And the reason that I want to do adding and subtracting fractions is on Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday, we're going to work on adding and subtracting rational functions. Okay? And they play by the same rules for the most part. When I add or subtract fractions, I have to have a common denominator. So when I'm looking at a problem, like number one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to think about what is the number that 4 and 5 would go into. We call that the least common denominator, LCD, or the least common denominator. Okay, 4 will divide evenly into 20, and that's the lowest number that 5 will also divide evenly into. And usually it's pretty easy to get the LCD by at least multiplying the two bottom values together if they're not the same. But 4 will go into 20, 5 will go into 20, and so I'm going to convert everything so that it's out of 20 rather than out of 4 or 5. Okay, so that's my first step. My second step is I'm going to see, well, 4 will go into 25 times. So to change 4 to 20, I multiplied by 5 there. I've got to multiply by 5 on top. So that would be 15. To change the 5 in the second fraction to 20, I multiplied by 4. So I'm going to multiply the 4 by 2 to get 8. And then my third step is to add the tops. So 15 plus 8 is 23. And that's all out of 20. And that's it. I'm done. Well, will 23 divide by the same number that 20 will? I could write it as 1 and 3/20, but really in Algebra 2, I'm okay with an improper fraction. That's going to be fine. Now, if there was something that was in common on the top and bottom as factors, sure, I would cancel those out. But in this state, nah, 23 over 20 is good. So, on number 2, that 1, well, I need a common denominator with the 5, so we know that 1 would be the same thing as 5 over 5, plus 9 over 5, okay? And 5 plus 9 is 14 over 5. And again, that's it. I'm done. Okay. What would be a common denominator for 7 and 2? 14. Okay, so both of these are going to be out of 14. Okay? 7 goes into 14 twice. 2 times 13 is 26. 2 goes into 14 7 times. And 7 times 3 is 21. So 26 plus 21 is 47 over 14. Now, on number 4, guys, I've got to pay attention to my signs. And this one is a minus rather than a plus. What's the LCD for 8 and 7? The lowest number that 8 and 7 will both go into. 56. Okay? Well, 8 will go into 56 how many times? And 7 times 5? Okay. 7 will go into 56 how many times? Okay. And 8 times 1? Okay. So 35 minus 8 would be 27 over 56. Now, guys, we talked about not simplifying. In this case, do they have a common value that they'll divide into? Actually, will 3 go into 56? It won't, will it? It's 54 that we're thinking about. So, not 56. So, we're just going to have to leave it like that. Okay, so I want you guys to try 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then we will discuss it from there, okay?